Fix your Instagram, fix your business. In this video, I want to go through exactly how you can transform your Instagram into a high ticket lead machine. And if you don't know who I am, my name's James, owner of Magnify Your Content Media, and I literally help entrepreneurs, high level entrepreneurs, build content systems to save them time and get them more clients. Okay, so clients come inbound instead of chasing all the time. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get into the video. And if you do want a free course on all of this, it will be in the second link in the description, much longer than this video. You can check it out and get it there, but it's completely free. But anyway, let's get into the video. So what you need to realize is in 2025, Instagram still remains the most underutilized yet powerful channel for business growth. While 99% of entrepreneurs neglect its potential, those who harness it correctly are seeing unprecedented results in lead generation and literally client acquisition, and also just growth in general to reach more people. And this presentation will walk you through a revolutionary 3-step system that transforms your Instagram into an inbound lead machine while only requiring 2 hours of content creation per week. Because I know you're super busy, you're a business owner, you don't have time to create content, and that's why you're probably not creating it or taking it seriously right now. But by the end, you'll understand how to attract pre-sold leads, pre-sold prospects who are ready to pay your invoice regardless of the price. Okay, so let's dive into the exact strategies. And I might go a bit smaller here so you can actually see what I'm running through. But what we need to talk about first is the trust crisis in digital marketing. We're facing, of course, challenges in digital marketing, skyrocketing ad costs. As you can probably tell, if you're running ads right now, you can just tell like your cost per call, your cost per acquisition is just the highest it's ever been, and everything like that is just the highest it's ever been. And when you do hop on calls with prospects, they're just giving you all the objections under the sun, and you're realizing this, or you or your sales teams are realizing this. You say to your sales team, oh yeah, this is a hot lead. You get on it and you get so many objections, and it's just insane. And also you're hopping on calls with people who just aren't serious, and it's annoying. Okay, and the root cause of this is trust is at its lowest point in history, while skepticism has never been higher. Okay, gone are the days where a simple video sales letter could literally convert cold traffic into qualified leads. It just doesn't happen anymore. And I'm not going to say this is completely accurate, but I've looked it up. Okay, and 67% rising in ad costs is what's happening at the moment. Year over year increase in digital ad spend with diminishing returns. We're in an 89% trust deficit, so consumers who research extensively before engaging with new brands, so they research you, and this means they're watching your content for ages. And it's called, like I like to call it, 7-hour rule. People watch your content for at least 7 hours before they even consider buying from you, and a 3.2x higher conversion, so improvement in sales conversions with pre-established trust. So if you have trust, they're more likely to convert into a paying client. You're also seeing your profit margins shrink because potential clients don't know who you are and don't trust your messaging. And this fundamental problem is precisely why optimizing your Instagram strategy has become non-negotiable in today's market. And I'm going to show you exactly how to improve your strategy and make sure you're posting consistent content. And by the way, if you're an online coach or online service-based business and you want us to do all of your content for you while you only have to do one thing for an hour a week, which is press record, and if you want to get 15 extra high-ticket clients within 90 days guaranteed, or you get a full refund, check out the first link in the description. It will take you to a video explaining what we do in more detail. If you want to book in a free call, you can. If not, completely fine, keep watching my free content. But anyway, back to the video. So I just wanted to go through that, and that's why I'm creating this video, is because the trust crisis is high as ever been. Okay, people just don't trust anymore. So next, let's get into the 3-step Instagram transformation system. So transforming your Instagram doesn't require being glued to your phone 24/7. It's literally a proven strategy that I'm going to run you through that requires 2 hours of your time. Focus, of course, deep 2 hours work weekly, yet delivers consistent results for business across industries. Okay, so each step builds upon the previous one, creating a sustainable framework that continues generating leads even when you're not actively posting. Okay, so what we're going to go through is consistent lead generation, automated nurturing, and strategic content creation. Okay, and this system has helped many entrepreneurs. You can just check out my website Let me go to it, and just literally, well, it's my landing page, or kind of like a website, but you can just scroll down and see all the results we've been able to get. Like, it's insane the amount of results we have, and I haven't even added more recently, which I am gonna add more, but it just continues to go on once it loads. So you can check out those results there. It'll be the first link in the description. Okay, so first step, let's get in. So first step is creating high impact content. So inconsistent content creation is the death knell for Instagram growth. Okay, it prevents you from reaching new audiences daily, leaves your account stagnant, and undermines your professional credibility. So you won't have enough credibility if you're not posting every single day. So it's an easy solution. It's a strategic mix of free content types, each serving a specific purpose in your lead generation ecosystem, I like to call it. Okay, so there's three types of content, basically, in like simpler words, that you need to create to get attention, to nurture that attention, and to turn them into high ticket clients. Number one is growth, and this is basically trend based content. So you're going to follow trends, and it's literally designed to expand your reach. You're going to research some of your competitors within your industry, find what kind of content works, and then take those ideas and add your own unique spin to it. I'm going to show you a quick example right now. What you could do is go to Instagram. I'm going to go to, let's just say, Alex Mosey, for example. I'm going to go to Reels. I'm going to use something called Sort Feed. If you can't see it up here, it's called Sort Feed. It's an extension. I'm going to filter by last 200 items and then press views. What this is going to do is going to filter Alex Mosey's last 200 videos which have the most viewed. Okay, well, from the last 200 videos. Okay, and it's going to filter them to the top. I can download this as a file, and then I can go through them, see why they're performing well, take the topic, take the idea, and add my own unique spin to them. For growth content, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You literally need to copy and see what's working. So for example, this one here, just marry her for a business coach. I could create a motivational post about this, okay, and it would do well. So that's what I mean. Growth content, you just need to focus on finding what works and just adding your own unique spin to it. Next type of content is niche authority, and this is type of content that addresses common objections and establish expertise. So for example, what you could do is you can focus on 5 to 10 most frequent objections you hear from prospects on sales calls or just ask your sales team. If you're taking sales calls, or if your sales team's taking them, just ask them, of course, on your meetings. And then create content that literally addresses these concerns and literally shifts their beliefs, basically. So with niche authority content, you need to shift beliefs, you need to help overcome objections, and you need to show social proof. This is important, showing social proof. So that's the second type of content, and it's really important to create that type of content because it's literally positioning you as the expert. And the final type of content is really personal connection. And now for me, I don't post this too often, and it's a bit different when you're B2B and B2C. But if you're B2C, you do need to do this. But B2B, if you're targeting high established business owners like I am, I don't really need to build a connection. Well, I do, but you understand what I'm saying. It's not as important as if you're targeting like a single mum, for example. Okay, so personal connection content is just authentic sharing that builds trust and relatability. So share your journey, include challenges overcome and lessons learned, and also talk about your story, so how you got from there to there. Okay, and this just builds deeper connections. Okay, with this content mix, you establish authority while simultaneously growing your audience and building personal connections. Okay, this is exactly what these three types of content are going to do. So you need to create these every single day. Now, I want to run you through a content creation framework that you can use to put all of this into action. So creating effective Instagram content doesn't require reinventing the wheel each time, as I said. So all you have to do for growth content, you're going to find ideas that are proven to work and add your own unique spin to them. But what I would do is make sure you follow this scripting framework. So when you script content, most people do it wrong. They just create a hook, then the value, then the call to action, but they're missing the most important part, which is called the interest peak. So for example, when you hook your viewer in, you need to make sure you use a visual hook, you need to make sure you use a talking hook, make sure them two are dialed in. But after you hook your audience in, a lot of people forget to intrigue their viewers for more, so they just fall off, and this lowers watch time, which means it's not going to get pushed out to more people. So an interest peak just builds curiosity by expanding on your hook with relevant details. And if you want full hooks, like 100 free hooks, 100 free interest peaks, I'm going to leave them in the description down below. It will say free interest peaks and hooks. Get that. You need them, literally you need them, and add them into your next videos. So this is how the structure goes. It does go hook, so capture attention in the first 3 seconds with a bold claim or intriguing questions. The best performing videos I normally see is just controversial statements. Okay, so for example, Andy Elliott, Alex Hormozi, all of their best performing videos are controversial statements at the start. Okay, next is the interest peak, so build curiosity. Next is the value, and I don't know, this is done by AI, so this should be interest peak, not value peak. But yeah, anyway, don't worry about that. But next is the value, so deliver your primary insight or teaching point with clear examples. Just give value, okay, give as much value as possible. And then the call to action is really simple. Just guide them, viewers, towards the next step in your sales process. So for example, if you want them to comment a keyword, get them to comment a keyword. If you want them to follow you, get them to follow you. Okay, really simple as that. Okay, so that's the really framework that you need to follow. And next I want to talk about is step 2, and this is automated lead nurturing with ManyChat. Okay, so once your content strategy is in place, once you know what to post, it's time to set up systems that convert viewers into leads without requiring your content constant attention. ManyChat is the perfect tool for creating these automated pathways, basically. And this automation platform allows you to initiate conversations. It allows you to collect prospects information, which you can nurture them from another angle. So for example, if you grab their phone number, you can call them up. If you grab their email, you can send them emails every day with value and social proof. And it also nurtures relationships through tailored sequences that move prospects closer to purchase with each interaction. Okay, so what we want to do here is literally set up ManyChat, and I want to run you through one of my ManyChat sequences. I'm not going to show you how to set up ManyChat, but I've got a video on my channel somewhere. I may just link it up here, you can go watch that. But this is my I don't really use ManyChat as much recently, but I want to start using it more because I'm going to post even more content. But ManyChat is super important, and the best kind of sequence follows this structure. So when a user comments on your post, you need a keyword that you want to use. So for example, my keyword would be something like content. When they comment on a post, that's the trigger. So when someone comments on my post, a specific post, is going to trigger this. It's going to send them a message saying, hey, did you want the music website? Yes, sir. And that means, this is just an example, this is a free website I'm sending them over, but you could do a free training, you could do your video sales letter, for example, and this would just work super well. So hey, did you want the so-and-so? And then the only option I put is yes sir, because I don't want them to say no. And then the next message after that saying, it's basically really simple. Sweet, drop your email and I'll send it over ASAP. So you want them to drop their email, you want them to drop your information. Or I've actually seen people, and what I'm going to do for my clients as well is say, sweet, can you make sure you followed me? Then I'll send you over the free training. Okay, and when they follow you, it will send it over. And what you can do here is you can make sure it collects their email. So waiting for email from contact. So for example, if contact, if he says something random, or she says something random in the DMs, it's going to say to them, this is not an email, please send your email, then I'll send you over the free training. And then what you can also do is action on reply. So when they do send your email, you can add it to your MailChimp, well for me, MailChimp email newsletter. You can add it to your list automatically, so you don't have to do that all manually. And then it says if contact has not responded, it's going to do this in a while. It's going to say just drop your email, send the link. I think that's around a day. I think maybe a couple hours, then it says that. And then the next step after that, once they grab the email, is sending the free asset over. So here's the link, and what you're going to do is link it down below. Again, I'm not going to show you this today. I've got videos on my channel running through it. And also what you can do here after this, after you've sent them the asset, is wait a couple hours, then say, hope you had the chance to look at so-and-so training. By the way, are you interested in growing your business with content? If so, reply with me for more information. So I'm literally pitching here. Okay, I'm literally saying, if you want some more information, and a majority of people will say me, because they're intrigued to know what you actually offer. And then they can just hit that button, and then automatically it says, here's some information about our offer. and then it takes them over to my website that I just showed you. Okay, so this is how to get leads from your content. You need to set up ManyChat, and there's many sequences you can do. You could do this on your stories, you could do it from your posts, you could do it wherever, and you can change it up each time. But this one's really good because it follows up with them automatically. And what this also does is start conversation. So if you have an appointment setter, you can get them to go in there and finish the conversation. So you can just leave this bit blank, this bit where it says, hey, reply with me, and when they do reply with me, your appointment setter can go in there and set them on a call. Okay, so this is really important, or you can go and set them on a call. It's really important to set this up because it starts conversations, it warms prospects up because you're sending them over free assets. What I recommend doing is sending them over YouTube videos because it builds up trust quicker, and then you're also offering your offer. And most people don't get just offering your offer is going to push people over the edge. A lot of people don't offer their offer that often, and that's why they don't get clients, well, more clients through their Instagram. You need to do it as much as possible without sounding salesy. And you're not sounding salesy here because you've offered them something for free beforehand. It's reciprocity. Okay, so that's ManyChat for you. And again, I've got loads of ManyChat sequences that you can run through. You can literally go through, on my channel. You can look through and just search up ManyChat on my channel, and it will come up with loads of videos. Okay, so next step is step 3, and I want to speak about leveraging Instagram stories for relationship building. And I also want to talk about YouTube here as well, because YouTube's very important. I'm against just posting short form content, and that's why I'm posting this kind of content as well. But what you need to do is you need to offer your offer as much as possible, as I said. And Instagram stories is really good at this, and it's also good for nurturing. Okay, so what I want to go through quickly is what you should be posting on your Instagram stories every single day. So you should be posting at least 2 to 5 times a day on your Instagram stories. And what I would suggest posting is behind the scenes. So share glimpses of your work process, team meetings, product development to create transparency and trust. Q&A sessions, so you can post a question saying, ask me any questions about so-and-so. So ask me content creation questions for me. Ask me sales questions for a sales coach. Ask me business questions for a business coach. Okay, so you're asking them to ask you questions, then you can go in there and just answer them, and this builds up trust and this nurtures. Okay, and you can also implement in here, like just speak about your product a bit. Next is interactive polls. So every week I would post story sequences, and it would be something like, hey, it would be something like this. You'll post a poll on your story with a question you know your ideal client's going to answer yes to. Story after that, you could post your story. So you went from here to here to here. That's for B2C. Story after that, you could post a client story with the same framework. And then on the final story, post another poll saying, would you like the same results? Anyone who answers that poll, super warm lead. Just reach out to them, get them on a call. Really as simple as that. These are all leads that answer your polls and everything like that. And the most important thing you should be posting on your Instagram stories is client wins. Okay, you need to celebrate your client wins, and this builds up so much trust, and they're going to constantly see that, especially if they're following you. Okay, so that's what I wanted to speak about Instagram stories. And the next thing I want to quickly touch on is YouTube content. Now, short form content is to get attention. YouTube is to really, really nurture. And as I said at the start, we're in a trust recession, and people need to watch your content for at least 7 hours. And by content, I mean any type of content. If it's copyright and if you're sending emails, they need to see that 7 hours worth of that type of content before they turn into a paying client. And the best way to speed that 7-hour process up is YouTube videos, because it's longer form content. Okay, if you post a 40-minute YouTube video, that's like an hour, well, nearly an hour of that trust built already if they watch through it all. If you're just posting short form content, 60 seconds, okay, it's not going to build up that much trust. But short form content is kind of getting people into your world, if that makes sense, and showing you know your shit, and then getting them over to YouTube is where you're going to build that real trust, or getting their email and phone number is where you're going to build that real trust. Okay, so YouTube content is super important. I recommend posting 1 time a week. It can be raw like this. Just make sure you have a good thumbnail, good title, and you'll do super well. Okay, but yeah, that's all I want to touch on YouTube. It's super important, and that's why actually for one of my offers, we actually help with both content, so short form content and YouTube content. We do it all for you. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I wanted to go through today. That's how to turn your Instagram into an inbound lead machine. And guys, if you do want a full course on all of this, a full course on everything that I just ran through, it's like 2 hours long. It's insane. You can watch it on 2x speed if you really want to. Check out the second link in the description. It will literally take you to that course. You can get it. It's free. Just subscribe, everything like that. And I hope you got some value from this. Make sure you implement this or hire us to implement it. First link in the description. But I hope you got some value from this, and peace.